Alright, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and we are going to dive right into episode number 77. So the first thing that we got to do, well, one, appreciate you tuning in, always enjoy having you. We're going to go ahead and head on over into the hangar here in NeoFly, see what we're looking at. We got plenty of fuel here. We're in the Cessna CJ4. And we're going to go find a mission here. So let's go ahead and knock that down to 6 passengers. And let's see what we got as far as distance go. That's relatively short. So let's do this VIP mission here. Oh, we can't. Not enough remaining cargo. How is that possible? 6 passengers, is it too heavy? Alright. Let's bring it down just a notch here. That's still too heavy. Alright, we don't have a thing going just yet. So, how about this one? This one might actually look good. So we're going to be departing from KILG. Let's go ahead and do something else here. Let's go ahead and open up our nav maps. And we're going to go over to SimBrief here. So KILG. We're going to do a new flight here. Airline 361 and 11361. We're going to depart from KILG. And we're going to be going to KCZG. There we go. Aircraft is the Cessna CJ4. That should bring up our map here. So we're going to be departing from Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware. We're going to pass up Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, and head on over to Birmingham, or Binghamton, New York. So we're going to generate that flight. We're going to move this over. We're going to accept that flight. And then we're going to go into our free flight here, Cessna Citation. And we're just going to enter in KILG, Newcastle, Wilmington, and we're going to go to KCZG. Is that it? KCZG. Tri-Cities. Alright, that's the one. So we're going to go ahead and head on into this flight.
Hello, pilot. Let's see what's on the books for you today. Pilot, this is dispatch. The concierge has rounded up the VIPs, and we are all set to board. Transporter, boarding has started.
Alright.
Transporter, boarding is complete. You can start your flight.
Wilmington Tower, Cessna November 11361, ready for north departure at runway 1.
Alright, everything looks halfway decent here. We're going to go ahead and turn on our seatbelt and our safety lights for our passengers. We're going to zoom out here, check the exterior view. We're going to release the parking brake and go full throttle. We're going to get this thing into the air and then figure out where we're at. we'll give you an update on that. Nice view of the tower there.
Pilot, good flight. Watch your bank angle.
Alright, we're going to adjust our altitude.
Cessna 361, continue for north departure.
Wilmington Tower, Cessna November 11361. Continue for north departure.
Alright, we're looking good. Also going to pull up our sim brief here.
Cessna 361, leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Wilmington Tower, Cessna November 11361. Frequency change. Philadelphia approach, Cessna November 11361 is type Cessna CJ4, 3 miles west of Delta Echo Tree Niner, 1,400 feet. Request flight following. Cessna November 11361, Philadelphia approach, squawk 7272.
Alright, we'll acknowledge the squawk code.
Squawk 7272, Cessna 361.
And we just imported the route.
Radar contact 2 miles west of Delta Echo 28, 1,400 feet. Altimeter 29902. Roger, Cessna 361.
Looks like we got a golf course here. We'll figure out what golf course that is momentarily.
Philadelphia approach on 124.35. Good day. for Cessna 361. Philadelphia approach, Cessna November 11361, 1,400 feet.
Cessna November 11361, Philadelphia approach, altimeter 29902, radar contact, continue.
Alright, so that was the Wilmington Country Club that we just passed. Or is it? Right here. Or no, Greenville Country Club. No, that was definitely the Wilmington. That was DuPont. We actually passed right up here. Wilmington Country Club, that's the golf course that we just passed. Apparently there was one off to our right too, but we scooted right between them. And we're gonna go ahead and in NeoFly, we're gonna key in our airporters, KCZG. do our destination so that we have an approximate time on when we're going to get there, which is 21 minutes. Probably increase our elevation just a touch here. And then we'll pull over NeoFly. So we're sitting at 9.5 million, not too bad. And this tower part here, we'll go ahead and serve some drinks. And then we're going to get everything balanced, because it's been a minute since we went in here. We're going to check on our stuff here. So on this is our data log here. So the last time we flew was pretty much down here on the 12th, but we had a balance of 9.484. 9.484. I'm not, or 9.484591. So that's where we were there. So we got to enter in all of this up here in order to balance. So 74,220. That was this one. That's Snoop. And that was a VIP mission. So we're going to go 74,220. And airport fee was probably 1183. 1183 with the rental fee of 6854. Go ahead and acknowledge our handoff.
Going to 126.85, Cessna Tree 61. Philadelphia approach, Cessna November 11 Tree 61, 1,600 feet.
Cessna November 11 Tree 61, Philadelphia approach, altimeter 29902, radar contact, continue.
Alright, so now we'll bring back up here, and we got, so we did Snoop, now we're looking at Hurricane. Hurricane did a regular passenger job for $49,040. Airport fee $548, and then that should be it because we actually own that plane. So now we're sitting at 599,266. All right, so we got balanced up to here, and then now we got some rental costs. So 2 days for that, that's going to be $7,843, and then we got some wages. We got Hurricane is going to be $1,800. That's 2 days of wages. 3,200. So 1,800, 3,200, and 3,600. And Mad Dog was 3,400. So now our grand total should be 9579423, and we balance. And we got another aircraft rental This is 7 days. So that's going to be even more. So it's going to cost us because we haven't been in the air. And then we got some of the flight attendants here. We got Cleo, Camille, and Amina. Cleo is 650, 550, and 450. All right, looking good there. And then we got the wages again here for 7 days. All right, so we're looking at Gooch is 12,600. Snoop is 11,200. Hurricane 6,300. And Mad Dog is 11,900. So now we balance over there. So we are looking good here. All right, so everything's balanced. We heard the ding. So our passengers here, we got 5 passengers going to Tri-Cities. And we're gonna go ahead and adjust our heading here. As we're coming up to Butter Valley Gulfport.
Cessna CJ4. Philadelphia approach. Cessna November 11 tree 61, 1,700 feet. Cessna November 11 tree 61, Philadelphia approach. Altimeter 2992. Radar contact continue.
All right, altimeter is 2992. So that's not right. Where are we at here? $2,992. That's about 1013.
Cessna tree 61, contact Allentown approach on 124.45. Good day.
Which is what we're on.
124.45. Cessna tree 61. Allentown approach. Cessna November 11 tree 61, 1,800 feet. Cessna November 11 tree 61, Allentown approach. Altimeter 2992. Radar contact continue.
All right, continuing on. We're gonna kind of look at all these nice mountains here that we got in Pennsylvania. We got an estimated time of 16 minutes to the airport. Go ahead and raise our view up over the dashboard just a little bit. And we are coming up to Allentown, Pennsylvania, right by Bethlehem. Yeah, so we were departing from New Bedford, Massachusetts. Is that right? I thought we were in Delaware. No, we were in Wilmington, Delaware.
Altitude.
And going to Tri-Cities Airport over in New York, just over the border. And this one is going to be, let's pull up our sim brief. How many miles is this? 200, is that right? 203 nautical miles. According to SimBrief, which will go by that one, a direct flight would have been 146 nautical miles. And current local time is 11:40. It is May 21st, 2025. Alright, and we're going to adjust our heading here, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at our flight. So this has us landing let's see, flight summary here, 203. Go ahead and bring up SimBrief here, it might be easier. Alright, so I think we're going to be landing in runway number 3, or possibly 21. Let's see what we got here. It's either going to be 3 or 21. So this is the flight here. 3. So KCZG runway number 3 is where we're going to be landing. Coming up to Beers.
Cessna Tree 61, contact Wilkes-Barre approach on 126 decimal tree. Good day. Going to 126 decimal tree, Cessna Tree 61. Wilkes-Barre approach, Cessna November 11 Tree 61, 2,300 feet. Cessna November 11 Tree 61, Wilkes-Barre approach, altimeter 299er2, radar contact, continue.
We're going to look at the map here because Wilkes-Barre actually has some personal history for me. It's actually where I went to college. So we're not going to be flying directly over it, but we are coming close to it. Probably even take a slight detour. And go ahead and head on that way. 'Cause it seems like we're going to take a detour up there anyway. Wilkes-Barre is sitting right there. So we can definitely go ahead and do that. And if we pull up our measurement here, 321 is where we can change our header. .321, and then that'll take us directly over there. We'll also go ahead and increase our elevation a touch. Seems to be getting a little bit low as we get into the mountain area. Alright, we're looking good there. At 4,500 feet, we can adjust our altitude setting just a notch here. We're looking good too. We got about 11 minutes to go here. are doing live time, live weather.
Cessna Tree 61 contact Wilkes-Barre. Approach on 120.905. Good day.
120.905. Cessna Tree 61. Wilkes-Barre approach. Cessna November 11 Tree 61 for 1,500 feet.
Cessna November 11 Tree 61. Wilkes-Barre approach. Altimeter 29902. Radar contact. Continue. Cessna Tree 61 contact. Wilkes-Barre approach on 126 decimal tree. Good day.
126 decimal tree. Cessna Tree 61. Wilkes-Barre approach. Cessna November 11 Tree 61 for 1,500 feet.
Cessna November 11 Tree 61. Wilkes-Barre approach. Altimeter 29902. Radar contact. Continue.
See what that says, Wyoming Valley. Yep, Wilkes-Barre, Wyoming Valley. I spent a few years up living over here. Say seems like a lifetime ago, but definitely enjoyed the area for sure. Coming up to Laurel Run, did some hiking up there, as well as we are passing over Mountaintop. It's off to our left here. And also State Game Lands 119. Yeah, there's Mountaintop Area Community. That's the Susquehanna River. I wonder if we're going to be flying right over the Market Street Bridge. Could be. It's one of these, I think. Probably this one is the Market Street Bridge. It's got some eagles up top. No, I think that's the Market Street Bridge. So there's King's College and then also Wilkes-Barre University, or Wilkes University. That we're going to adjust our heading here once again. Oh, that's altitude. Don't care about that at the moment. Turning into a more northerly direction here. Coming up to Trucksville and Dallas, Black Mountain area. also the Slocum State Park. We got Harvey's Lake off to our left. There's Harvey's Lake. So Dallas sits just about here off the map. Alright, let's see what we got as far as information goes on KCZG. So Tri-Cities, we are in Endicott, New York. Elevation sits at 828 feet above sea level. And the runway sits at just under 4,000 feet. So not the longest runway in the world, it's 3,865 feet. Parking is going to be off to our left. And we're going to be coming right over the Susquehanna River, so awesome. Very cool. We're going to basically follow the Susquehanna River up all the way up into New York State, so that's very exciting. And we got about 6 minutes to go here, so 34 miles to go. Oh, there it is. Tri-Cities KCZG. We are going to tune into traffic here. Select runway number 3. And we're going to announce our full stop landing and our position.
Kilo Charlie Zulu Golf traffic. Cessna November 11361, 25 miles south for 1,500 feet. Inbound to land runway tree. Kilo Charlie Zulu Golf traffic.
So 25 miles out. Looking for a nice smooth landing here. We got wind going at just 2 knots, so should not be an issue there.
Altitude.
All right, leveling out at about 2,900 feet. I think that's our airport right out here. We are sitting at about 18 miles out. Gonna go ahead and extend some flaps.
Autopilot.
Turning autopilot off. Or is this our airport out here? No. That's not it. That's JP Riley.
Kilo Charlie Zulu Golf traffic. Cessna November 11361, 17 miles south, 3,000 feet. Inbound to land runway tree. Kilo Charlie Zulu Golf traffic.
I'm pretty certain that that's our airport up here. We're actually going to go ahead and head on over to the left just a touch to get lined up to runway number 3. We're going to go left and then towards like Little Meadows, and then we'll make a right-hand turn to line up to runway number 3. Actually, we'll probably even go a little further out to Warren Center. Dip the nose a little bit. Bring it on back down to that 2,800 feet area. 11.4 miles out. All right, 10 miles out. We will go ahead and announce our final.
Kilo Charlie Zulu Golf traffic. Cessna November 11361 is on final runway tree to land. Kilo Charlie Zulu Golf traffic.
All right, speed check looks just a touch heavy. Knock that down just a little bit. Starting to see the Susquehanna River up there. Alright, we're looking good. We're not 100% lined up with the runway just yet, but we are getting there. It'll just be a slight right-hand turn towards the runway right at the end. Just want to make sure we get over these mountains here. Looking good. It's not that windy out, so we got a little more room for maneuverability. Speed looks perfect. Runway number 3, we're going to flare up, cut our throttle. Press our brake.
Contact the ground for your parking assignment, then shut down your engine.
Come to a stop here by runway 21. We're going to do a couple things here real quick. We're going to turn on our taxi light.
Kilo Charlie Zulu Golf traffic. Cessna November 11361 is taxiing to parking. Kilo Charlie Zulu Golf traffic.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and head on down here to our parking spot. So once again, guys, do appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate the love and support on the channel, as always. And we're going to head on down to the parking spot down here. Get everything all situated. And we'll see you on the next flight. So we'll wrap that up and get everything shut down, and then we'll see how we're looking at for money on NeoFly. We can go ahead and park over here. Small enough airport. We got all types of spots to choose from. So there we go. Set our parking brake. We're going to hit our switches.
Okay, the VIPs are leaving the aircraft and are heading straight to the limo.
So 297 on the landing. A little rough, but not too bad. Everybody survived. Plane is in good shape.
Okay, that's all the VIPs off the aircraft now. A job well done.
Alright, so appreciate you guys once again tuning in, and we will see you on the next one.
Ready.